Hello, everyone. Back to Truth, Beer, and Consequences. This is going to be a 0.5?
A bonus.
A bonus.
It's going to be a something.
A something.
Something, yeah.
So Julie and I are back. And we have a guest.
We do.
This is not a first-time guest, and so they don't need to introduce themselves. We have Josh from Shift Beers with us.
Really? Are you from Shift Beers tonight, or are you just Josh? Just beer drinking Josh hanging out with us?
I'm Josh from Shift Beers.
All right.
It's been a while. It's been
a while. And we hear that we may have an episode of Shift Beers to talk about in the near future.
You will.
Hell
we're back.
yeah.
We're back on the
I'm sorry.
saddle.
You guys are back.
Back.
Oh, I'm so excited.
That's great.
So what we're going to do, actually, Marco, I'm going to let you talk about what we're going to do.
Okay, so an idea we had a few weeks back was to just sort of go around the horn and give little quick snippets, little nuggets about the breweries in the Cincinnati area. Mm-hmm. Had we started this prior to the March Madness tournament, we would have started with a giant bracket of 68 and not eliminating them necessarily.
No.
But now that we're at the Sweet 16 as we record this, we're just going to give you 16.
Yes.
We're going to go around the horn. We're going to give you some quick snippets, some nuggets about each of the ones that we call out. And basically what's going to happen is someone's going to start. Someone's going to give their nuggets, and then they're
like
going to
3 to 5.
Yeah, 3 to 5 nuggets.
Okay.
And then they're going to toss it to the next panelist.
Okay.
And with the next brewery, whatever that
And
next
these
brewery
breweries
is.
are chosen at random.
Totally
Totally
random.
random.
Totally
And
random.
there are some bottle shops on this list too. So
Yes,
this may
yes.
not be 16 breweries. This is just
Correct.
going to be 16.
Wonderful.
One.
There
Wait,
it is.
I don't
one.
know. I don't know if we're counting on this show, but hey,
Probably not.
we'll figure
One.
this out in post. But yeah, so 16 random places to get amazing beer here in Cincinnati.
Randomonium.
Mark, I think I'm going to go ahead and start and pick a brewery for you to talk about.
Okay, sounds good.
This is one I'm sure you're incredibly familiar with. Let's start with Humble Monk.
Humble Monk Brewing. Great people down in Humble Monk Brewing. Great space.
Mm-hmm.
Great beer. Love the place.
Mm-hmm.
They're just fantastic. They have crawfish boils coming up, and don't be surprised if big things are coming out of Humble Monk Brewing this year.
When was the last time you were over at Humble Monk?
Well, I'm gonna kick it over to Josh. And so,
Oh no.
And so,
Oh, no.
Josh, let's see, Josh. I'm gonna go to Bad Tom Smith.
Bad Tom Smith. So I've actually haven't been to the newest location of Bad Tom Smith. Is that okay?
Even
Yeah.
better.
I've
That's
only been to
perfect.
the one in, is that Eastern Avenue? What is that?
Is that
where
Eastern
it
or
used to be.
50 or 52? Yeah.
52. I don't know.
They run
Bad Tom
parallel.
Smith. The Cold Hearted Killer is probably my favorite beer that they make there.
Nice.
It's
The
delicious. It's an
Cold-Hearted
Imperial, it's a Russian Imperial Stout. It's delicious. I really do want to make it over there. Did you guys ever go to the Badass Beer Festival that
Yes.
they've done before?
And when I went,
was
I had
awesome.
the worst migraine of my life, so Josh and I had to leave early. I think he was a little
So not
cranky about
badass.
it. It wasn't badass.
It wasn't badass for you.
It was amazing, and I felt absolutely terrible, literally and figuratively.
It was badass for
You felt
me.
bad as ass.
Yes.
Bad as
yes.
ass.
We actually still had some of the tokens until like not even a year ago, and we're like, are we ever? Because I actually messaged
Yeah.
them on Facebook and said, hey, I found these. Any chance you would still honor them? And they're like, yeah. And then we just never went down there.
But that's freaking awesome though,
Yeah,
because what breweries do that?
Phantoms.
But
Anyway.
I will admit I haven't been to the newest location, and I am sad about it. I wanted to go actually a few weeks ago, but they were closed on Mondays, I believe.
Too many
for Monday?
places are closed.
I
on
was
Mondays.
trying there. You know what? Hold
For the
on.
Mondays?
Let me talk about this. There's
go.
too many breweries that are closed on Monday.
Agreed.
And you know what I
Sorry.
think about that?
Preach.
Disappointed.
Yep. You tell him, Kevin Sorbo.
I get it though, right? Is a lot of breweries use Mondays as their brew days, and they might not want to pay bartenders to hang
Sure,
around because
sure.
Mondays are probably the slowest days they have. So I'm not gonna give them crap for it.
All right.
I wish they were open on Monday.
Sounds good.
So all right. So I pick one for Julia.
yes,
yes.
sir.
All right, Julia. I'm gonna give you Esoteric Brewing.
Esoteric.
And Walnut Hills.
East Walnut. Is it
No,
East Walnut Hills or is
they
that just
are
Walnut
in
Hills?
Walnut Hills proper,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Cool.
Proper
Esoteric
Walnut
Brewing.
Hills.
When you go to Esoteric, you are going to not only get absolutely amazing beer in all kinds of varieties, you are going to be seated in an amazingly plush Art Deco tap room. You are going to have some absolutely freaking phenomenal Korean fried chicken from Decibel. You are going to see one of the most diverse taproom brewery teams in almost all of Cincinnati. You are going to have a patio area that you can sit outside, and you are going to find parking at least 10 minutes away that you have to pay for with an app that Marco does not have downloaded to his phone.
I do not have the app.
All right, so Marco, I'm going to go ahead and pick brewery number 4 for you, and
go.
I'm going to give you one of your favorite places to go to that you never tell me that you're stopping by, Delhi Liquor.
Delhi Liquor. What a great space. Great
That's
people.
not even a brewery.
I said bottle shops, tap rooms,
Great people over at Delhi Liquor. You
Hell
want
yeah.
to follow a Facebook page about what's going on with craft beer? Go follow Delhi Liquor. I
True
tell you
that.
what, don't
tell
be
you
surprised if big things are coming out of Delhi Liquor this year.
Not wrong. What you got for Josh?
Josh, you ready?
Oh, we're supposed to go that fast? Oh my God.
We're just running through it. Yeah.
I feel like I spoke
No,
way too
you're
long.
fine.
in the last-
No, you're good.
You're
All
good.
right,
hit me,
You're
hit me,
good.
hit me.
Happy 2 Brewing.
Happy to Brewing. It's actually at a Mio's Pizzeria on the east side, and they actually make a really delicious beer. The first time I went a few years ago, they actually weren't. I guess they didn't have their license 100% set in stone, so we could only do samples. But I've been there recently. You get a nice pizza, and you can get some Happy 2 brews there. Make some really really. When I say standard, I am not saying bad. I'm just saying some really standard, nice, easy drinking, approachable, delicious beers. So you want some pizza, beer, east side, Mio's, Happy 2 Brewing, hit them up.
Sounds awesome.
Excellent.
All right,
Excellent.
Let's see. Let's do Municipal Brewworks.
Municipal Brewworks. That is all the way up in Hamiltucky. That is the gnome's hometown. So that is my first tip about that location.
That's exactly where he lives.
At 100%. He says it all the time. Let's see. They have Scout. They have an approachable blonde. They have
Watermelon Blonde.
The Walter
Yeah.
Melon Blonde, which that is near and dear to my heart.
They have a blood orange blonde, don't they?
They do. They have a blood orange Scout, I believe, on occasion. They have a river or a canal, or maybe it's just an open air sewage travesty right across from the brewery.
It's a
Beautiful
travesty.
space.
Are you talking about the little Great Miami River?
Maybe.
Okay.
My truth.
Great Miami. Okay.
It's the
It's
Great,
either
right?
little
not the
or it's
little.
great.
It's the Great. It's the Great Miami
It all
River right
depends.
there.
It all depends on how much it's rained before you go.
It's not just little, it's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
time-
It's better than bad. It's good.
And whenever you go there, you can avoid the Canada geese as soon as you enter and you scale the fire pole going
It's a great
up
river.
instead of down. Let's see, Marco. Let's give you another one that you are absolutely incredibly familiar with. Great Crescent Brewery.
Ah, yes, Great Crescent Brewery. Oh my God, Great Crescent Brewery. How long you've been around? Wonderful space, wonderful people, fantastic beer. Don't be surprised that big things are coming out of Great Crescent Brewery this year.
When was the last time you were over at Great Crescent?
And Josh, how about 13 Below?
13 Below, technically kind of maybe on the west side.
It's downtown.
It floods a lot, which is where the name 13 Below, because it's 13 Below flood stage, I believe. There, it's
13 miles below.
really
the
good,
center.
really good beer there.
Whatever.
Again, really approachable. If you have people in your party that aren't into crazy, let's say pastry stouts or New England IPAs, you want to go there because it's easy drinking, delicious. They have an awesome barbecue from the Incline Public House,
Incline Smoke Shack, which is part
Smoke
of
Shop.
yes.
Delicious
food bread.
beer, and their little patio area out front and out back, but the out front is freaking awesome. Julia, I am going to give you, oh my God, Urban Artifact. It's easy. Easy. This is an underhand toss to you.
It really is a pretty big, I'm not going to say a softball, but a grapefruit, which grapefruit beers are one of the key beers that you're going to get when you go down to Urban Artifact. They're all about sours, and what is more sour than a grapefruit? It is absolutely fantastic. It's in a church, so while you're drinking these sour beers and the enamel is being ripped off of your teeth and you go, oh my God, just look up at the rectory above you, and all will be fine. You will be blessed. You will be healed from the inside
enamel.
out. It is absolutely phenomenal. They have sometimes some super thick, super extra pulpy cans of goodness in their cooler. And if you have kids, don't bring them there because they will kick you and your party out in no time. And they have amazing festivals in the little beer garden right outside when the weather is fantastic. Marco, let's give you know what? I'm going to do one that kind of hits close to home.
Okay.
For us. Higher Gravity North Side.
Higher Gravity North Side, Julia. Fantastic place. Wonderful owners, great bartenders, a great beer selection. I tell you what, you go there when the weather's great. You go there when the weather's not great. It doesn't matter. The beer selection's great. They have wine. You can get some wine. They have liquor. Get yourself liquored up. Doesn't matter. Don't be surprised that big things are happening this year at Higher Gravity. North Side, excuse me.
Nice.
Higher Gravity North Side.
So, when was the last time you were over at Higher Gravity North Side?
Josh, so Wiedemann Brewing.
Wiedemann Brewing. Actually, I was actually at Wiedemann Brewing during St. Patrick's Day, which was only a few days ago. Wiedemann Brewing, home of the #1 beer of Cincinnati, as according to the Cincinnati Enquirer and their readers. No cheating involved in the voting of that beer whatsoever.
Well, and you know what? I'll tell you what.
What?
In the
What?
I'll tell you. I'm sorry. Let me tell you what right now.
Yes.
The categories, so the beers that they're paired with for that are the most similar beers in all time. I don't know. What?
What?
I'll tell you what. It's a little bit of a Hank Hill going on, all right?
It's weird because
It is weird.
to be fair, it's a very controversial beer
Competition.
going on in Cincinnati,
Bidding.
and that's okay. You know what? Maybe they have more voters. I don't know. But you know what? I think they get too much flack for what they get because their beers are actually pretty damn good. Anyways, let's go and do the Common Beer Company for Julia.
Ooh, Common Beer Company. They are located not in downtown, but they're a lot closer to downtown than Sonder Brewing is. So if you're at Sonder Brewing, you want to go to Common Beer Company, just head towards downtown and you will hit them. You kind of can't miss them. They have a very amazing, big, well-lit signage out front, so you know exactly where you're going. They have some amazing beers. Lord's Prayer is probably one of my favorites.
Delicious.
It is absolutely fantastic. The space is a lot bigger than you would think. When you walk in, you're going, oh, this is a nice, small, like little hometown community tap room. And then you go into the back patio area, and it's like a dog park back there. It is absolutely enormous. The space is beautiful. The beer is beautiful, and I cannot wait to go back.
Sometimes there's a lot of bees back there.
You know,
Sometimes it be like that.
it's fine.
Just
it's
kidding.
fine.
I mean-
All right, Marco. Let's give you another one that you've gone to like almost every single brewery here in the city. So
Thank you.
this is kind of easy to
Throw
do.
him a curveball.
I'm going to throw you Cellar Dweller.
That's the easiest one.
Julia.
Can I mulligan him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely, if you want
Just kidding.
to. Okay.
All right, Marco, I'm giving you Firehouse Grill and Brewery.
Firehouse Grill and Brewery. Right, almost catty corner. If my shoulder was feeling better, I could throw a football and hit their front door. Tell you what, great space. Fantastic people. You're going to have 4 or 5, maybe 6 different offerings from their in-house brewery. Tell you what, don't be surprised if big things are happening at Firehouse Grill this year.
When was the last time you were over at Firehouse?
Josh.
What?
So, Josh.
These are the last 3. So Josh, me, you. Last 3 of the 16.
Oh, this is my last one. Nice.
Yes.
Josh. Birkus
You gotta leave it in.
Ludlow.
Oh, Birkus Ludlow. Honestly, I'm gonna throw it out there. One of my favorite breweries I've ever been to because What Brewery also has a freaking circus at it
And wrestling.
So I've never been there while they have a circus going on, but I've been there when they have wrestling going on, and it's super fun. And their Mexican lager is to die for, and you can slam like 100 of them. Don't do that, please.
Speaking
please.
from experience.
Drink responsibly. Drink responsibly. Call Uber. You need an Uber. You need what's the other one? Lyft. You need a Lyft. Call me. Let me know.
And Josh will be your personal Uber or
Yeah,
Lyfter.
Josh was asking for sponsorship.
Oh,
from
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Sponsor- Hey, if Lyft wants to sponsor Shift Beers and or Truth Beer Consequences, hit me up. But anyways, Birkus is a great brewery, good food, good wrestling. Not wrestling, wrestling. Let's see, Julia. We are going to do Darkness Brewing down in what do we call that? Not Newport.
That's
What is that?
That's
Bellevue.
Bellevue.
Kentucky.
Bellevue.
Is this the finally?
No, yours is going to be the final
Okay,
one.
all right.
So it's mine and then yours, and
All right,
we are
very
done
good.
with our Sweet 16. So for Darkness Brewing, you are going to find the lightest, the crispiest, the crispiest of crispy boys when you go down to Darkness. The beers are all absolutely phenomenal. The artwork on the walls, in the bathroom, on the floor, on the ceiling, in the tent that they built, like their outdoor patio area with around their food truck. Absolutely amazing. You have never seen more sensual looking cows painted onto surfaces than you will see at Darkness Brewing.
What?
Their Mayan Sacrifice is probably my favorite beer of all of
Lightest-
their beers.
Lightest beer you've ever had?
Lightest beer that I have ever had. It is the easiest drinking, crispiest, freshest. It's liquid gold. It is absolutely amazing. And I have not been there nearly enough, but hopefully I will get down there soon. Maybe stop down there before going to Birkus Ludlow for some wrestling at the end of the month. We will see. But Marco, your final brewery of our Sweet 16 of
I'm excited.
breweries is going to be... So I want to give you one that is going to be kind of a throwback. It's going to be sort of fond memories of this brewery.
Okay.
Because even if a brewery is no longer with us, we still have fond memories of the time that we spent in that place. And this is a brewery that I know you spent plenty of time, Rebel Metal.
Julia, Rebel Metal. What a great space that was. Great
Rip.
people. The beers were crispy and fantastic and spanned a spectrum of crispy and fantastic. Look, I'm going to say this.
Say it.
Controversial. Don't be surprised if you see big things out of that brewery this year.
All right. That concludes this bonus episode where we cover the Sweet 16 of Cincinnati breweries. We will probably keep doing this. Maybe not every single week, but we're going to try to do more of these to cover all of the breweries, bottle shops, tap rooms, local bars, anywhere that you can get great Cincinnati craft beer. Josh, thank you so much for participating in
It was
this
fun.
one. And we'll see you guys next time. So cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
And Stu Guts. What?